Hey everyone, well, it's Marty and Cheryl here. We're so excited to have all these wonderful people on our Zoom to share a little bit of a post conference, what they're excited about. And I want to start by introducing Barb and her granddaughter, Paige, who's there, just loving life. And they just had an opportunity to do a little digging in the garden, have some dinner. And so, share a little bit about your favorite products.
And Barb is a wonderful friend and powerful business leader.
Absolutely.
Well, we had a healthy, and I said we forgot to take a picture of it. We had beets, green beans, potatoes,
Wow.
tomatoes, cucumbers, and onions. And then we had meatloaf. So that was it was a colorful dinner. And
Nice.
Anyway.
That's called eating the rainbow. I love it.
We had
Paige has been coming up here since she's been a little girl, stayed with us. We went to Bible school, her and her sister. And I was just reading in my diary 10 years ago that Paige loves the Pomifera skin. I let them sample the exfoliator and the skin, and they've been through the teenage years, and they did use the acne, but we can't get that anymore.
Wow.
And so she and her sister are both getting that for their birthday.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Yay.
Paige works in a daycare and she goes to school full time.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. So glad to have you on the Zoom with us. We love your grandma.
Yep. She's gonna try the gummies because she doesn't like to swallow pills.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna then take that same note, and I think that's great because we got a lot of gummy and chewables in our lineup. And so I'm going to introduce our lovely daughter, Amy Bontrager, who's also with us, who would say the exact same thing. And now that we have chewables, she's excited about taking our Vitally gummies. So, Amy, great to see you. It was so wonderful to have you in Dallas. All of your great energy that you brought to the dance floor, all of the roping you did, all of the fun that you had, all the photos. It was just great energy, great time. We love you so much. And so share with us, if you will, and others, some of the product things that you love, and also what you took away from this incredible leadership summit.
And Amy is also a business leader, and her daughter loves the Pomifera too.
There you go.
Yes, and she also loves the Up and Glowing and all of those. They're amazing. Multitaskers. I love the gummies, Paige. I say go for it. They're strawberry and they're delicious. And now I didn't used to like the Vivix gummies, but my mom kind of got me hooked on those too now. So, and of course I love the Omega gummies. So I'm just like snacking on my treats for every morning now. I love it. But the new youth skin line is incredible. Like I noticed right away the next morning after using it a difference. So I'm doing the 7-day challenge. I need to get that printout that you guys showed.
Okay.
Because I didn't see that yet. So I have to do that because that's the whole thing, right? And then document it and get it up there. And I'm really excited about that. And I'm excited about all of it. I think it was great how they shared the landmark study with us, and I mean all the science that they've been really building for a long time behind the scenes that's now available for us to share with everybody is just incredible. So I'm super excited about the future of Shackley.
Awesome. Well, wonderful. And tell us a little bit about, by going and attending these events and being able to network, rub shoulders, take some photos with some of the people you got to meet. Obviously, we are always there to share with you, but what were some of the takeaways, being able to hang with Kevin and hang with some of the other master coordinators, and I know you met a new gal from Florida, from Navarre, over on the Panhandle. So tell us a little bit about that experience, to be able to network and be with those lovely people.
It was amazing, and I was lucky enough to kind of tag along with you guys on some of the master stuff, which was very special. So I got to rub shoulders with some people that were very inspiring to me. And just even, meeting random people on the shuttles back and forth to session, the universe kind of lined up some really, really cool people that had some introspective things that I actually just had pop up that I
Mhm.
needed information on. So it's been really cool. And yeah, I think going to the events is monumental. Even if it's virtual, but it's better to be there in person because you don't get that energy and that interaction like you do when you get to go there. And the main hall was cool with the shakes stands and all the branding and all that extra stuff. So yeah, definitely go if you can.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to bring up our good friend Kevin, who is our unofficial but sort of official team photographer,
Photographer.
capturing videos and photos like nobody's business. Made the trek from California to Dallas, went through all of the trials and tribulations with hotel and airfare, but he did not let that stop him. And yes, he was thinking about doing it virtual, but I'm so glad that you got there, Kevin. It was great to see you. I'm glad we were able to kind of have you come in and be a part of some of the different functions that we did, where we got to spend time with Roger and Sloan and some other leaders. And then you even got to join us in the VIP Masters box in the auditorium, which was also kind of a fun thing that Amy helped line up. So tell us a little bit about some of your product ahas. What have you been enjoying? What are you excited about using more of? And your experience in Dallas.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. I almost didn't go, like you mentioned, and just the week before, I decided to, just do whatever it took to get there, and I did, and I'm so grateful I did. Got to see so many friends, which I love about this, and got to meet Amy for the first time in person.
Yeah, that's
And I
true.
was very, very happy about that. She was able to, like you said, get us into that master box where, I was able to get some really good photos. And I got a really good one of Roger and Sloan just in the box, right
Good.
there.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't have happened if, all of that didn't line up. But product wise, I am in love with the new Life Shake. I really think that that's
Oh, good.
the best flavor in a Life Shake I've ever tasted. I hope they don't discontinue it, which I'm sure they will. But I love, love, love that. And getting to taste it there was amazing. And I agree with Amy that new ageless wand is awesome. And I'm going to try to see if I can do some kind of challenge with that as well. But yeah, just seeing everybody is great.
Awesome. Really, really cool to see you. And I'm glad you were able to come and be a part of it. So, Rhoda, now we didn't get a chance to spend as much time as we wanted to because you were all busy in the different workshops and the master classes. So, tell us a little bit about your experiences there in Dallas. Of course, your favorite products and kind of where you see yourself going here in 2024, having been to having attended and with the motivation and inspiration that you came away with.
I think this was the best conference I've ever attended. It was very well put together, and my biggest disappointment was that I could not attend all the master classes.
Right.
Or have time to ask questions afterwards, because I had lots of questions in all of these sessions, and it just wasn't time.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can fix that, but I absolutely loved it, and I think my favorite product was the new gummies. I could eat those all day. They were so yummy. I kept like a little kid scarfing them up. Like,
It's hard to believe they're healthy.
yeah. I have to get the wand. I haven't purchased that yet, but I will be doing that and trying that out.
The magic wand.
Beautiful.
But I really like our new, I don't know what you call it, community marketing.
Yes.
I think that's an excellent term for what we do. I
Right.
love it. I love it.
Good.
Well, so Rhoda, a couple things. Number one, I appreciate you sharing. What I believe is going to happen is all the master classes that were recorded will be available or will be redone in some form or fashion.
Wonderful.
Number two, the speakers themselves and or other corporate people may be there to do kind of frequently asked questions because I think a lot of people felt that same thing.
Yep.
They went by very quickly, a
Yep.
lot of good information, but but it's always great to have that time to have Q&A. So I think when you see some things, whether on a Mission Monday or on on a Wednesday, you'll probably see some of those time slots being given. So make sure you plug into those so that you can ask some of those questions of the scientists and or of some of the other leaders as well.
Yeah. So Martha, what is your favorite thing that you've been seeing and hearing? Oh, you're muted.
All right, let's see if we can ask her to unmute here. And Martha, MJ, were you there you go. Were you
Here I am.
were you
Yeah, I
on the
muted my.
virtual?
Yes, I
Good.
wasn't able to view all of them because I had which is why I wasn't there, is because of other commitments that I had to keep. But I was able to. I've been listening. I did a podcast. The first one of Roger was awesome. He just is so wonderful to hear. I did get the bundle, so I'm hoping that that comes soon.
Yeah.
And I love the wellness community concept. I think it's great. So, yep. And it's always wonderful to hear about the science. I mean, I know it, but just to have it, hear about it again is just wonderful.
Yeah.
It's money in the bank.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
don't realize that our science is head and shoulders above any other company out there. I don't care what their product or volume is. Nobody has the science that we do and the scientists that we do, and the kind of history with Dr. Shackley
Yeah.
creating multivitamins and this organic movement that's just now catching up to us over 100
Yeah.
years after we started ours. We're in a good place for this.
The
Yeah.
beyond organic and then the unreasonable research cracked me up.
That's right. Yeah, that was pretty amazing to say.
Mm,
Hey, if you want some better supply chain issues and you want to lower the prices, then stop being so unreasonable with all your quality
right,
requirements.
right.
But of course, we'll never compromise on that, which is the same reason, FYI, that certain products will and can go out of stock because
Yeah.
we won't compromise on the the the, the formulations and
and
the
testing the
content.
raw ingredients.
Yeah. So, what do you think about that orange dreamsicle shake?
Yummy.
MJ, are you excited about that?
I've ordered it. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, and
Delicious.
as far as Kevin was saying about it going out of stock, I think because it may be kind of a seasonal thing, like they've done. I think if enough people order it and we all get on board, they'll keep doing it. There's no reason they can't produce it 24/7, 365. We just
Right.
have to buy enough for them to make it a permanent part of the product line.
Yep.
So let's all get together and enjoy. All right. Well, so Terry, last but not least, would love to hear what your takeaways were. I know you were there virtually, enjoying and listening and learning. So tell us what you learned the most, or what was kind of the most impactful thing that you heard from the leadership.
Well, I guess first I'm kind of bummed out.
Aw,
I didn't get
we missed you.
Yeah.
I had some things there, some pro and con for virtual, and one of them is you get to really focus intently on the general section, so you absorb that without any
Distraction.
interference, and that's about where it ends. The rest is I didn't get to hang out with you guys or hang out with Kevin and see all
Yeah.
and all his picture taken, and I didn't get to meet Amy. Like the cons could go on and on here all the time, but no, it was a good. I really enjoyed the whole summit, and anxious to try the new products, and
Beautiful.
I'm glad to see like they focus more on community, which is what that's always been my focus for Shackley is community and the
That's
people
right.
and stuff in it. So yeah, it's same old for me.
It's all
Next
about
year.
the community. It's all about now community marketing as a way of what we do. It's the same thing with word of mouth advertising. It's really a different spin on that, but it's really one and the same. So sharing with your community, both your local community, your online community, and new people that you can welcome to your community. Any other aha moments that you got from the workshops or the general sessions, Terry, that really hit home for you? Would you mind sharing as we wrap up?
Well, actually, that Dr. Peter Ali or whatever, I was quite impressed with his. And again, what kind of resonated with me is when he talks about different generations and stuff. And when he started talking about what I picked up on was when you're in your last decade or your first decade kind of thing. Well, hopefully I'm not in my last decade yet, but I'm getting closer to it than the 40-year-olds.
We have a couple more left, I think, Cherry.
Yeah, but your needs change. So it just makes me realize, yes, you don't have to go out and light the world on fire kind of thing. So
yeah,
slow and steady.
One of the biggest things I heard from a lot of people from Dr. Atia is the amount of protein, the bioavailable protein that our bodies need to continue to strengthen and to give us the natural energy. That was a big thing, I think, for a lot of people. But then the whole idea of the things that you need to do strength wise, that you need to continue to build lean muscle mass to continue to have not only better mental cognitive skills, but also better motor and balance skills, because they talked about, one fall in the 70s and life will really never be the same. Like if you were working a cane, you're going to be possibly in a wheelchair or with a walker. And so the idea of being able to prolong and sustain a high quality of living, not just a longer life, was also a really big thing that really put perspective into where will your children be, how much time will you be with the grandkids, will you be able to be around for great grandkids and to be able to pour into their lives. And that was really, was like, wow, I got a lot to do, because there's a lot of wonderful people in our community that I want to continue to impact. So I'm going to be around for a long, long time. Now, Cheryl jokes about that I might be around longer than some of the kids. So I really got to be there to take care of the grandkids. Well, she says it, Amy. I'm just saying.
I told them their biggest challenge inheriting the business is outliving Marty.
Yeah, that's right. That too.
And now that I'm in my mid 70s, I know they wouldn't be as much fun without this company and this community.
Absolutely. So we're very, very excited about, all the community and family opportunities. The Shackley family is something that, we've welcomed people from different organizations who continue to be a part of the energy and the focus of a building future. The company is strong internationally. A lot of good things are happening. So when Cheryl talks about the wellness industry being trillions, and I talked about in my little introduction to the new key coordinator, just the crumbs left over in the pan, there's millions to benefit from. So we don't need the big piece of the pie. We just need the crumbs left over in the pan, and we'll all do very well just with that.
That's right. Barb, did I see you had something else to add? Oh, you're muted.
Oh, we got to unmute you. Paige, you might need help a little bit there.
Help Grandma.
Unmute. All right, I'm going to ask you to unmute, and then maybe they'll make it even more obvious how to do it. There you go. Yay.
Okay, there you go. I had 3 of my great grandchildren here, and so they were watching on the virtual with me, and the one grandson, he's my gardener. And when Bill Firth was winding up, when he was talking about perspective, and I called Henry over because Henry likes to be working with his hands. He doesn't really like to read a book. He doesn't really like school. His mom is a teacher for special ed, but anyway, so I called him over and he listened. And when it was over, so when his grandma came to pick him up, because I'm the great grandma, and I said, Henry, tell them what you learned on the Shackley. He said, perspective. Change my perspective.
I love it. I love it. I love that. And it's even more cute. I'll just share. It's just a funny thing. It'll mean something to Amy. A good friend who's actually kind of like my great nephew, who's in construction, has a company called Perspective Construction, and his name is Henry. So you can share that with him as well. So All right. Well,
He
good.
built Amy and Marty's offices overlooking the Gulf of Mexico.
There you go. Well, we love each and every one of you. Thanks for sharing, everyone. Kevin, you
Kevin.
have something on the closing note? And
You're
then
muted,
I'm going to
Kevin.
let Cheryl share a little bit more before we say our goodbyes.
Yeah, I just forgot to mention that one of the things that impacted me so deeply was Kendra.
Yes.
And her stories and her storytelling were so powerful. I have to read that book now.
Yep.
And I think that's one thing is probably going to make a difference in my business going forward.
Good.
And then I also was curious, do you have any idea of when and where next, either summit or
They haven't
conference will be?
decided yet.
Yeah.
I think they've started a new process for this. And I wish I could be more involved with my 25 years owning a travel agency, but they don't call me.
Yeah. Well, we love Nashville.
The Gaylord was one of the most convenient places, I
Yeah,
think.
so we could all be under one roof.
We could do it down at Panama City Beach with Amy.
That's right. And you're all welcome, speaking of which. So we don't know where, Kevin, the global conference or even the incentive trip after the Dominican Republic trip. But I do know where we're going to be doing some amazing leadership summits for those in our organization and inviting other people in the Shackley family. And that's going to be in Panama City Beach at Beach Drive Oasis. So plan on being a part of that. And we can sleep somewhere between 17 to 18 people if we really jam in there.
We put them out on the deck.
Yeah, but we'll also have wonderful accommodations nearby as well, so
Yeah.
we can bring everyone together, have a big bonfire and a lot of fun in the backyard. We can do a lot of things in the community. We can maybe do a community outreach type of event to bring awareness to who we are and what we're doing. FYI, Amy. So all of that and more is going to be so much fun to have you guys there. We look forward to hosting you and seeing you sometime, maybe January, February, or March 2025.
Probably not March.
Okay, so January, February, and
or November. We might be doing something then
and
too.
I don't know why not March.
Because March it is packed.
It is packed. Okay, so we won't be doing March. All right.
First part of March.
So Cheryl, being the travel person, she will tell us when it's going to be, and we'll just all show up and have fun.
No, Amy will be the one telling us.
Okay.
We'll be down there then. We're going down after Christmas, and we will be staying down there 4 or 5 months at least. And then we're going down in August too, because we're having a birthday party for Marty, and all the grandbabies will be there.
So look forward to having you guys there. That'll be a great time to get together in person in Panama City Beach. Next year, we don't know when exactly it will be or where it will be, but it will be great nonetheless.
Hope they do it in June again. I like this a lot better than August. It's always so hot everywhere in August.
Yeah. Anything else on a closing note, sweetie? It's all yours.
Just, like they said, it was the most impactful event. And everything was streamlined. Everything went so smooth. All of the process was so well thought out. Roger has surrounded himself with the best of the best in the industry on every level. For everything he's researching, he is changing network marketing. Richard Bliss Brooks said Roger is the Renaissance man of the network marketing industry, and he truly is changing this industry and elevating it, and we all get a piece of that.
Yeah,
we're very fortunate to be on this ride together with all
right.
of you.
Well, I tip my hat to each and every one of you. So congratulations for being a part of this.
You can't sleep in that tonight.
I won't. I'm gonna take it off, and I'm gonna do some other things. So.
Yeah, don't you have work to do or something?
I do. All right, guys. Good night. We love you. We'll see you soon. And next Monday, we'll be doing some more recap and some more information on what's happening in the world of Shackley.
Let's go get this.
See ya. Good night,
guys.
Good night.